Hey folks, we are not in Las Vegas. It's difficult to tell that with my fantastic background. We are sad to not have the opportunity to get some proper SEMA coverage. Even if we don't go every year, it would have been nice to see other people's videos and pictures and stuff. So we are going to do the next best thing, which is have a little explore of their virtual builders, Battle of the Builder thing. Joining me is Simon, who is reading a magazine, which is Speed and Style, which I think describes Simon.
It's actually an auction catalogue that Dan gave me.
Well, Dan Handley is the other person in the chat. That's
Hello.
him. Oh, look at that. Did you buy anything in the auction, Simon?
No, because it was in the past and I wasn't there. Dan, did you buy anything?
No, because everything started at least 5 figures. Those sort of auctions.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a lie. There were things that went for cheaper than that.
Yeah, there was some art and stuff, but
the ambiance and the experience rather than the spending money and coming home with something.
Yes, anything with an auction catalogue that well produced, you know that everything is going to start quite expensively.
Yeah, well, you had to buy a catalogue to get an entrance to the.
Similar experience at the Bonhams auction recently, which I couldn't even afford to be in the room, but we got the auction catalogues and managed to get in. So I barely could afford to look at anything in there. It's ridiculous. But right, let's go and have a look. Let's do some screen sharing. Use the power of the internet and look at this site that passes for SEMA this year. It's not the best, I'm going to be honest. Sorry, SEMA people, if you're watching this. I know you tried your best, but it has some flaws. However, this is their builder showcase. I'm not going to filter it because who knows what we might see that might catch our eye. So I'm going to do a little bit of scrolling. And if you see something that you want to have a chat about, give us a shout.
Well, I quite like the look at that 300 SL there.
Yes. So
although it does appear to be a rendering rather than an actual car.
So this looks to be, well, it definitely is, John Sarkisian. Oh, God, I can't say his name.
Sarklayan? Looks like Sarklayan to me.
I'm sorry if you're out there, dude. If you do ever watch this, I apologize. So shout out to the
before the Y.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sarkisian. Shout out to Brembo Brakes, JL Audio, and Need Swings Performance Parts, because this is why they're here, making this page happen and helping SEMA get through this year.
See, that car's familiar because I've seen that on Hoonigan.
Yeah, exactly. So it was this, which is super. And by the looks of things, this is the update for it in rendered form. Now, what I don't know is if this actually got built yet or whether or not they were intending to build it for SEMA, but because no SEMA, they haven't built it. But I'm assuming it's built out of this because this was a kit and not an original 300 SL Gullwing.
Yeah. Although, did you hear that Mercedes started scrapping them?
What?
Mercedes have actually, someone bought one of the kits into Germany and then Mercedes took them to court, took the car and crushed it. But not only did they crush it, I think they cut it up into little pieces and made a real big deal of wrecking a replica. So if you've got one, don't take it to Germany.
Wow, that's madness.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is an interesting build. I would like to see it done. They've also widened it by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Let's find the original.
It's definitely got arches on it.
Yeah, see that they're adding arches, and
it's actually quite a daring thing to do because those little sort of blisters over the top of the arches are really the signature of apart from the gull-wing doors. They got rid of the gull-wing doors
and the signature parts
and the signature arches. So
but I think they've blended those in with the arches actually quite well.
I think so, but I'd have sort of gone to quite a lot of effort to try and make bigger blisters over there or something, like bigger swoops.
I'm curious as to how the gull-wing door handles are now going to operate, seeing as there's no top of the door anymore.
Yeah,
just the tiniest little flip up, just a little to squeeze in the little tiny gap.
I'm guessing they'll now be front hinged, maybe, or pure aesthetic.
I'm going to go with removable.
I'm going with the Lambo scissor door things.
I think they've got.
I hope they don't. I think that would ruin it. I think if they made them traditionally hinged, so that you opened it and it came out sideways with a traditional sort of latch and everything, it would be quite good. I think Lambo hinged would be a bit.
I figure that
they might just completely unlatch. You pull the handle and then just lift the whole door off.
It'd be good if they did like a BMW Z1 kind of thing. But I secretly check the sponsors list. There is an Invisi hinge, and they're actually hinged in the normal place, but with special invisible mechanisms.
Maybe that's what Need Swings do.
Oh yeah, it could be. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, say no more. That's it. It needs swing, and they've done it.
Excellent. Right, let's have a look.
If you're from Need Swings and you make invisible hinges, get in touch. Thanks.
There's other people whose names we can't pronounce.
Yeah.
What we got? Got this, which we saw before.
We saw
this last year. Yeah, we didn't get much of this in the video in the end, but this was very fat. But I liked it a lot. It's
one of those cars that you'd look at instead of filming because you're just like, oh.
Yeah, it was really difficult to get pictures of. Let's see if the videos work.
Yeah, see. Even they had a man walking across there.
Yeah, because it always had people around it. But yeah. Oh, look at this. SEMA. We could be there. We wouldn't have been there this year, to be fair. But
no.
It's not something we do every year. But yeah, this was great. So yeah, we already know about this, but we're seeing as we didn't spend any time on it last time.
It's a good looking car, and I do like all the shark nose BMWs. I think are the best looking BMWs.
Have you owned a BMW, Dan? Simon was saying that he's owned a BMW.
Two.
I have not.
No, see, I haven't either.
I've had two E30s, but not for long.
I've driven an E30. Does that count?
Well, nearly.
That's close. It's more than I've done. Oh, actually, no, I have driven a BMW.
I've driven a 325 E30 Touring.
Oh, nice. I like the Tourings.
My mum's got a Mini.
Oh, that's a good point. I got a Mini as well.
Oh, of course you've got a Mini. See, you've got a BMW now. There you go. What's that Jeep thing? Look at that. That's really weird looking. Kenny Hawk's Jeep. Yeah, Jeep.
A Ford GPW.
Oh, there you go.
Sponsored by Maverick CNC Plasma Torch. Let's have a look. This looks like a Jeep built on a truck chassis.
Oh, it's a Hauk construction.
Who are Hauk? Inform us.
Hauk.
That'd be where all the CNC's gone then.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Weren't they the guys that did that ridiculous tanker truck?
Oh, was it them? Yeah, that would make sense. More CNC.
All the etched bumpers and axles.
Yeah, this is wild.
It's a proper rolling showcase, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, those wheels are cool.
Yeah, those wheels look like one-piece billet madness, but huge.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like I think it's shot wheels.
Shot.
Follow them on the Instagram. They do very, very nice and obviously very, very expensive wheels. Because I'd got
not the company that make those
nice set for the Cutlass, and then realised it cost me £9,000 for it.
That's quite a lot of money for a set of wheels.
Yeah.
It's one thing having wheels that are more than your car when you've got a really cheap car, but it's another thing to have wheels that are more than your car when your car's already quite expensive.
Yeah.
Or even approaching the price of a car. But yeah, £9,000 for a set of wheels is a little bit too spendy for me. Right, what we got? We got this we saw last year.
That is a beast. Yeah. That's
like
got an LS, hasn't it?
Yeah, this is
huge firework just went off outside my room. There you go. Yeah.
Tim. Oh God, sorry, Tim. Labjambe.
I'm not going to try. Just going to let you do it.
I'm so
Tim.
British.
Let's call him Tim.
Tim L. And sponsored by everybody. Oh, Dan looks like he might be coming back, so hopefully he can join us for the.
I do hope so.
For this, let's see if I can find.
Just wound up his generator, probably.
He is joining us now.
Lovely.
It's always good.
Have we got a shot of the engine bay of that 190E?
Let's have a look. Hello, Dan.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Dan.
Put a penny in the meter, did you?
It was a small technical issue.
Yes. So we've made it to this, which you've actually seen before.
I have.
Have we got an engine shot? Yes, we have an engine shot. There you go. I think it is an LS. I want to say LS.
Well, Dan's back now, so he can tell us.
Oh, actually.
Yeah.
That still doesn't tell us anything.
I believe we spoke to the owner, and he
Yes.
told us it was an LS, if I remember rightly.
Wow.
I think so.
Twin turbo.
Two spoiler
drive.
boys.
Good to cut the spoolie boys. Yeah, I like this.
Yeah.
I said on my video I like this. I also like the fact that it now has a different wing at the rear, as that was my only issue with the old one. Was it had a weird top-mounted wing, but now it's got this Evo 2 looking business with
I don't
what I
remember that.
suspect is probably a functional, what looks to be movable wing as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, we like this. We like this. We do like the 190E.
I think it should have one of the window blinds that they have on the Evo race cars. The one that, you know the one I mean, don't they?
Internal blinds.
Yeah. No, they have them on the outside. That was because
Oh,
the if you
kitten
remember
stairs.
yeah, no, well, it only went halfway down the window because the rule is that for the touring cars, they couldn't have a wing that you could see in the mirror. You couldn't block the rear view with it. So they just put that thing on it and made the window half the size so the wing went above it.
That's amazing.
I believe that's the story. It's like, yeah, so they just made the window smaller so you couldn't see it.
That's superb.
Genius.
Brilliant. Yeah, this person is sponsored by all of the people. I think this needs looking at, don't you, Simon?
What we're looking at? I can't see. Well, I would, yeah. Yeah, go on, let's look at that. I reckon that's a Beetle. Oh, it's got a sunroof.
I think it is a Beetle.
It's
Jeff Spurn's Ragtop 56.
Yeah.
MP Summit, Wolfsburg West, all of those people, PPG, who make nice paints.
It's nice. Although it's, you know what, I don't like at shows when they take wheels off because you can't see the stance properly. Like it's very clean though.
Looks, yeah, I think that's cleaner than my kitchen.
Yeah.
Banjo steering wheel. All you VW nerds, if you're out there watching this, you know what that's about.
That's about. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't get excited about Beetles. I don't love them.
Oh.
Some other people do, mainly because I've seen so many of them, and it takes a lot to separate a Beetle out now as being particularly special. I mean, this has obviously had a lot of attention to detail done to it, but it's just a Beetle.
But these days, yeah, a lot of Beetle builds are about having all the right bits, aren't they? Whereas if you go back to the good old, you know, back to 89 days, and everyone was trying to be different rather than just trying to do the same thing the best they could.
Yeah. I was, yeah, there's definitely a world now where people, like split screens are the best example of this, where people don't buy a split screen VW camper. What they're buying is a two-tone split screen lowered on
Foosh.
BRMs or Foosh.
Yeah.
With a white interior, and like they're buying that car they've seen someone else have, where once upon a time, like VW was all about buying a car and doing something a little bit different with it, or doing something like to the nth degree with it, because it was a car that like had a cult following, but like general public didn't love, to the point where you'd spend, you know, like £80,000 on parts on it, whereas now that is what people do with them, rather than that being an exception to the rule, which is it's
although
fine. It's all good.
If that turned up at a show, that would be quite different because he's chosen a different color, because a lot of people are either, you know, it's either a patina or it is a stock color, and that's neither of those things. Although, is there any shots of it with wheels on?
No, there's not. So he could well just be running
no
Wolf
wheels
Race or Venoms, something like that. I'm going to say he's running
No.
TSW Venoms.
I think he ran out of money and he just hasn't got wheels for it.
he just trailers it everywhere, and then gets three burly friends to help him carry it off by the bumpers.
That's
Yeah.
it. I think that's exactly it. That's
That's
exactly it.
how-
Or
that's
it
how
could
it
have, because don't Ford pop wheels sort of fit. It's probably got a set of.
What he
pop.
could have won is not. What could have done is not spent so much money on mirrors, and then maybe could have afforded.
Could afford some wheels for it.
Could have,
Well,
could have gone to JBW and got himself a set of MP5 knockoffs for the cost of those mirrors.
Well, Jeff Spurn, I like your car. I've
I'd
always
drive
got
it.
time for an oval ragtop. It's lovely.
I do like it.
Right, let's head back.
It's got foosha anyway, probably.
Talking of foos,
I like it. Yeah.
I'm not going to go into this. It's all over the internet, and it's now got a gearbox in it, so it counts as a car again.
Yeah. But we did see that at SEMA, and
we did see that
while they were covering it up before they uncovered it.
They're definitely trying to cover it up after they'd polished it before they revealed it.
That's it.
We were there with our phones.
Yeah, don't show those photos. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's the one. We were very good. We didn't.
Yeah.
RX-7? No. Yes.
I'm sure it's a lovely car, but that's not what I would choose. What is going? Look, what is going on with that Chrysler? That looks really not really a builder showcase, does it? That Crossfire.
You know, I wasn't going to say anything because I thought we were going to try and be nice.
We can.
Yeah. It might be nice. I bet you click on it.
No, I didn't say it was nice. I said I thought we were being nice.
Yeah, no, I know. We're obviously being nice. That's the only way, Dan. But what I'm thinking is you click on it and it's probably got like a rear-engined quad rotor Mazda lump in it or something. Or
anybody watching this, if there is a sudden cut here because we did not enjoy it. So yes, onto this 240Z. Eric Ritz. We got design heat shields, Holly performance engines. That says V8s and stuff to me. Fast intake.
Of the savoury biscuit fortune.
Not the hotelier. That's the same person, isn't it?
Eric Ritz.
I don't know.
Is it?
Or none of the above.
From the Ritz to the rubble. Here we go. Well, it looks nice from the outside. It's got the thing that Simon and I were talking about whilst you were power cutting, which was I'm thinking about doing with my Datsun, which is to black up all of the silvery bits.
That's a good choice.
And go down that route.
Although wheel centers as well would have been even better, but the back looks good.
No, I don't know. I'm not anti these wheel centers. But yeah, black.
The thing is, if you're going to
power.
lose all the shiny bits on a car, you don't normally put wheels on that have got shiny bits on them. So he's got like polished lip wheels.
I'm going to have polished lips on mine.
Yeah, I think polished lips are acceptable in that.
But I'm going to have black centers. So
yeah.
Let's look under the bonnet, as I suspect this is what it's all about.
Ooh.
That'll do it. Look at that. It's got gold bits and red bits on it.
Gold bits and red bits. What is it, though?
That's going to be an LS.
It's an LSX.
It's also fast, it says. Look.
They're one of the people fast intakes. So that's intake.
Mm.
I like how this all sits, actually. It sits really nicely in there.
Yeah.
These are a much more compact engine than I think they are, which is why they go in so many things, right?
Yeah.
Now, would you have preferred it to be a slightly more outlandish looking 240Z given the engine that's in it? Or do you think that given it's relatively in keeping with a traditional 240Z, it should have an L28?
I like the fact that it's just modified enough on the outside to make you wonder what's going on with it, and then it'll make a nice rumbling noise because it's got carbon bumpers. I'm assuming they are carbon rather than carbon looking because they clearly spent some money on this. So they've got carbon bumpers, carbon mirrors. It's got its roll cage and stuff. So I get that you could have made it look more modified and justify your V8 a little bit more that way. But this feels, I don't know, it feels like that nice mix. It's almost, it's not quite, but it's that slight pro touring thing where on the outside they're often very clean, but then they sit like in a really aggressive way. This doesn't sit quite as aggressively as something like a pro touring car, but it's got that very clean outside. So I can get it. I'm always on board with an L28. Lordy, that ain't messing about, is it?
No.
But yeah, I see where you're coming from. Like for a traditional exterior, you wouldn't always expect the LS to be sat in there.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't querying it. I was just wondering what other people's expectations were.
No, it's a good point actually. It's a.
I know where you're coming from, because I think if you look under the bonnet, there's like a level of finish that you're not really seeing on the exterior. I think the exterior looks a bit like just a nice 240Z, whereas under the bonnet and the interior looks like a 240Z built by someone who's got a real thing for building amazing cars. Whereas the exterior is just, oh, that's a nice 240Z.
I think that's it's almost at this point in the world, because there's so many. Yeah, it's almost a Q car. There's so many well modified 240Zs with a fairly solid L28 or some level of charge something or other under the bonnet. But then this guy's got like bragging rights because they've got something mad, and it's the install's really nice.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. When you
get over how nice this is.
When you see that install, I think you almost expect more from the outside. If you like something like that Maverick we were looking at, while Dan wasn't here.
I'll show. We'll go back to the Maverick because I think it's going to end up being my favourite.
Yeah, so I'd like to see more Maverickness on the outside.
I'm quite liking the dimple dyed floor sort of area they've done in the boot.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's a really nice detail.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, what I like about SEMA. So anybody that's still with us and watching this, what I like about SEMA is the stuff you can take away. That I would not be able to do this as nice, but at some point I might have an ambition to do something like this in a car that I've stripped out, because it's better than just a straight up stripped out boot. But,
yeah, because how do you finish off a stripped out boot normally? I mean, you've normally got just like a floor, maybe a spare wheel well, and there's the usual thing of just you shove a spare wheel well in it, or you can mount a fire extinguisher or something like that. But it just looks like you've taken all the carpet out the back of a car and left it as it is.
Yeah. This is a really nice finish for the back of a car.
It's finished off nicely. It's not an afterthought.
Yeah, definitely. I think the interior actually is almost actually ties in nicely to the foot things. It's
all through, isn't it? And the carbon fiber as well. Did you see the carbon fiber rear panel in that rear shot again? Look.
Oh yeah.
See that? Look. Yeah.
That's neat.
Nice.
If
we got dimple dye rad support as well.
Yeah. If we were at SEMA, we'd be walking away from.
Oh. Simon's gone robotic.
Oh look, 10 minutes.
What was that?
I enjoyed your robotic moment there, Simon.
We've covered it. We made it look deliberate. No one will ever know that I've got a terrible connection in my garage.
That's fine. It's a workable connection. But yes. So thoughts on this? We're happy with it, I think.
Yes.
But yes, raised an interesting question. Let's keep going. I kind of want to go into this.
I do too. I don't. Yeah. Look at it. Click it. Let's have a look, because that's it.
I recognise that name as well, Longtran.
Longtran, BBS, Toyo, Sparko, and Airlift. That's a good group. All we've got is this.
I think that's a very well-known name in JDM circles. And no doubt if Mr. Hinks was here, he'd probably know who he was.
What's more upsetting is this is the only photo. So this is one of the bad points, SEMA, and I'm hoping you never have to do this again. But if you do this again, make sure people upload really nice high-res images of the car.
Yeah.
240p.
Yeah, the thing is, it's clearly a nice shot from a reasonable shoot, but what they've done is they've just right-clicked the thumbnail and then
download
big.
Or actually, it's made out of Lego.
Yeah, that would be special.
It could be
in a Lego room with a Lego ceiling.
Yeah. That's how we all are nowadays. Well,
it makes me disappointed that I've had a vasectomy, because I think I'd want to call my children Long. I think Long is a really good name. I'm gonna.
But Long Coulson sounds like a small village just outside.
Yeah. I gotta buy a property in Long Coulson.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got the mill.
The old post office. Long Coulston.
Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant.
Oh, there we go. Don't mention vasectomy on the podcast. I must remember. Okay, carry on.
I don't need to know any more information about your junk. Thank you very
I
much.
want to have a look at. I go back. I want to have a look at Logan Davis's big. Is that a Ram? It is.
No, down. Oh,
No,
oh,
that was it. That's
oh,
what
that
I want
one.
to look at. Yeah, because I like the colours of it. Look at that.
Brown sugar.
Yeah,
This guy lives in
Yeah.
Nebraska. That does not surprise me.
No.
he's going to want some better tyres than that probably. Look, his tyres are dirty on it. It's only. I was just attracted by the colours. It's a mildly gopping, admittedly. But big grills are all the rage,
I like the
aren't
fact
they?
that they've color coded the light beam thing.
I like
on
that
the front.
too. I like that. Or it's going rusty under the.
You get
under the
bronze
LEDs.
LEDs.
I don't know. You can now.
Let's make that happen.
Has it got? Yeah.
Got under lights.
I was about to ask that very question because it
It's
looked like it had. Yeah, you could see them in the last shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he cleaned his lens, that would be even better.
I'm assuming he's coming. So there we
Now,
are.
just imagine if that truck didn't have that enormous grille, which isn't his fault. That's a Dodge thing. But those colours on and that sort of beautiful line of truck, that would look good on the floor, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
Imagine
But
that
It needs to
two-tone
be about
brown.
3 feet lower.
Yeah,
you need something lower when you're measuring it in feet, not inches.
that's it. That's it. The old phrase.
I
People who
got
measure lowering in millimeters. Yeah. There you go.
I got 36-inch lowering springs. Let's keep going.
It's all getting quite four-wheel drivey, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we passed through the four. We can round the bend and come out the other side.
That Blaze is
Actually,
nice though.
Actual monster truck. Yeah,
Not
Blaze is
click
nice.
on it. Not click on it. Nice. Just it's
No.
nice.
Ah,
That's a UK car.
so this is one of the interesting things about this year's SEMA is that it's much more international than ordinary. So yeah, this is painted by Co's Customs in the UK. It's Rimfinity wheel protectors, as you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
like this.
secretly like them because I quite like a pinstripe round a wheel. In the flesh, they probably look quite rubbery. But I did drive a hearse into a curb once, and it did save the brand new Jaguar alloy.
Nice.
So they're a godsend for people who drive limousines and hearses. That's all I'm saying. So well done, rim protectors. Although
yeah.
on that car, you've got to go. It's a seriously big curb for those rim protectors to come into force, isn't it? You've got bigger
That's if
worries
you're-
on your mind if you manage to scratch those rims.
Accidentally curbing a wheel against the bus that's parked next to you.
Yeah, that's a crazy. And it's not like the tyres don't do quite a good job as rim protectors as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So what are we thinking? I know it's another VW. We'll not be around too long. But
No, I love a Baja.
Yeah, me too.
yeah.
I love a Baja, but there is a caveat. It has to be the narrow eye version of the Baja.
I was about to say exactly the same thing. I like the little bug eye Baja, like the original builds. Although
Yeah.
this one looks really good, it'd look even better, especially with that paint job. If it was
So
a little bug eye.
the lights are here on a narrow
Yeah.
eye one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they chop the end of the bonnet off, don't they?
Yeah,
I
They
really
have
like this.
more bobbed rear fenders as well.
yeah. My sister's first car was a Baja,
Was
there
it
you go.
now?
and it was
Interesting
orange and
choice.
blue. There you go.
Yeah.
No, I like this. I like this because also it's representing UK in and amongst all this other stuff, and it's not embarrassing itself at all.
No,
It's
it's not.
certainly not a Chrysler Crossfire.
Yeah.
So yes, well done, Darren Bowden, and all involved in that.
Would it have been at SEMA though? Do you think he would have taken that?
No,
to SEMA?
I suspect not, but you never know.
No.
I was
There's
actually
a trailer tent. There's a what? Interesting.
I don't think I could camp in that because I'm not a patriot.
Not a patriot. No. Look at what is
And
that?
Patriot campers have also got a couple of these weird 2017 Land Cruiser things, including a 6-wheel drive one.
I thought that
Lordy.
was a duck, like one of those amphibious things, but that's the front, and that was the front of it.
So what people that are seeing here is what a lot of SEMA contains. If you don't get that message from videos and stuff, there are an awful lot of trucks. But I love this. I just want
What is
this. It's a
This is
Subaru
your personal
Crosstrek.
taste creeping in again. isn't it?
Yeah, I like a little bit of Overlander out of a normal road car, pretty
Yeah.
much.
I think the
guess
fact that it looks like a Focus and has got a blue oval on the front.
It does look a lot like. I thought it was a Focus at first. Until I realised it had a Subaru badge on the front.
Yeah, I bet
knowing
it
how
could
they-
be a Focus.
Yeah,
That's the
knowing how
exciting thing.
they cross pollinate, it actually genuinely could be. Or if you buy yourself a Focus, you could build yourself a Subaru Crosstrek looking thing.
What's that page on Facebook? Is the group? Is it called Rally All the Things or Safari All the Things?
Safari all the things.
Safari All
It
the
is.
Things.
It is. Yeah,
It's a very good page.
that's good.
I would also throw into that mix the Gambler 500 on Instagram. Go and have a look at those guys because they just take everything off road and jack up all the cars and take them out. What I really like about them is when they're out doing trails, part of their thing is they pick up the trash that other people have left. So you see these cars, like these improbable cars doing off-roading stuff, and then they come back with like mattresses and fridges on their roof as
Are
well.
you sure you're not thinking of the Wombles?
Oh, it was in
The
Wimbledon.
Wobbles
Common.
can't drive; they're too small.
No, but they do pick up the other things that folks leave behind.
And
So
they're
that's
wombling free. So
They are.
That's
anyway.
only on Wimbledon Common, which you're very unlikely to be able to drive a Subaru Crosstrek.
That is true.
Maybe
So
we could.
well done, Andy Lilienthal. Lilienthal.
Lilienthal. Yeah, you're right.
I'm dyslexic. But and Warren for making this happen. That's very nice. Anyway, that's just my personal choice.
You're entitled to that. It's your channel.
Trucks. One of those you Defender things. Trucks. Public apology to Simon. He got very excited about a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter last time we were at SEMA, and we ridiculed him for it, and we shouldn't have done.
Yeah, it's actually a Transit.
Oh, was it a Transit? Oh no.
Oh, I don't know now. I think it was a Transit. The one, the red and yellow one. That was
that's
outside.
right. Yeah,
It was
no,
awesome.
that's right. That's why we
The
should have
one
ridiculed you.
parked outside of the end hall in the lifted zone. No, it was definitely a Sprinter.
No, we're talking about the one that was parked out the front that belonged to the like the race circuit in Vegas.
Oh yes,
with the silly roll cage in it with all the bucket seats attached to it.
yes.
That essentially was brilliant.
I forgot actually it was a
agree.
Transit, so you probably deserved it.
Yeah.
But sorry about that, Simon. We ridiculed him remorselessly, but it was fun.
No.
What do we reckon? Riley Star's Pontiac Trans Am? Want to have a look at that?
Yeah, go on.
Let's do that. So, Simon and I were trying to work out if we've seen this in the flesh, and we think we have, but I think I've seen it unfinished in the flesh. I don't think I've ever seen it complete.
I've seen it in videos.
Definitely seen it in videos. This is so
it's
good.
really cool. It's got a boot. It's got boot dimples.
It's got an awful lot of this
Inboard
business.
suspension.
Yeah.
There's a lot of triangulation going on
Inboard
there.
cantilever suspension.
Look at all of this.
Didn't the guy just build it all himself? Just like
Yeah, Riley Star's a bit of a star. And he was out on track with this. So him and Mike Burrows have a thing called from Stanceworks have a thing called Proto Machine now, which is kind of their garage workshop thing. And they were out on track, and Mike did a live video, and it was awesome. So this actually does get thrashed around. It's not just looking good and an example of the work they can do. It's getting used. But I'm liking the inboard suspension. I guess that's how you get a
That
stance.
engine is an awful long way back.
I was going to say that is.
They probably set that up for wedge. I'm looking at it, and it's probably just the angle, but the heads look really short. Are we sure that that's a V8 and not a V6?
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm saying V8.
Counting.
My screen's quite small, so.
It's. I guess that's how you, with the inboard suspension, that's how you get it to look a little bit like that, and still operate.
Sits great, doesn't it?
It does.
It
Looks
really
like
does.
Really, really purposeful.
It'll be worth checking out on their YouTubes. They have Donut Garage have done a thing on it.
And apparently it revs to 10,000 RPM.
Well, geez.
How do you not get a valve float at that speed?
How do you not get a rod frying out bits of engines at that speed? Yeah, Riley Starr, Vibrant Performance. That's whose stand it was on when I saw it previously, I think. All of the people, Olin's, Momo, ARP, all very good.
That's how it doesn't fall apart. It's got ARP.
It's got
rods.
ARP
ARP
bolts
head studs.
everywhere.
Yeah, that's it. There you go.
Well,
What better advertising? I mean, that's probably better than having wheel protectors on a wheel that's never going to get curbed, isn't it? Having 10,000 RPM engine that doesn't explode.
yeah.
Yeah, that's better.
Um,
oh, look, there's an MR2.
Did you want to look at the MR2, Simon?
I don't know. I've seen the back of this, and I'm concerned that I'll see it again if we click on it.
We may have a quick edit here. So anyway, on to
There's another
something
240
else.
he said there. Look at that.
I'm not sure of it. I'm not sure if I want to.
I think
like
we
it
should
enough
look
to
at
click
it
on
because I want to know more.
All right, let's do this.
Wow, he really is young.
Father and son. Father and son.
Yeah,
Wow.
father and son build.
That's a
Not-
nice.
Oh,
That's a
look
nice
at that.
touch.
there you
Well,
go.
let's it. So it's Bill and Dylan Brinkworth. That's a
Wonder
nice
which
touch.
is
I like
which.
that. I see.
That's
He
not
has
bad.
gone for
That's
the.
an engine. There we go.
For
Yeah,
that proper engines.
downdrafts. I bet that sounds good.
Oh my God! It's got Driftworks steering wheel.
It has.
Shout out to our friends at Driftworks.
That's it.
Oh, that's not the right.
That is
What's
it.
gone wrong there?
I look really different in that shot, didn't it?
This
There we
site
go.
is interesting sometimes.
Yeah. How's
That's
that
pretty
for
fun.
stance?
It's good. It's
Yeah.
a little bit butt high, isn't it? But
Yeah.
it's sort of tucking tire at the front, and then you
Face down.
big purposeful meats at the back.
What's he doing? He's adjusting it. Look.
He's doing things.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
adjusting his downforce.
Oh,
We didn't notice that, did we?
that's interesting. And external oil cooler.
Ah.
I quite
We
like
should
it.
have done because they were looking quite high, those downdrafts.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
guess it's because it's sponsored possibly by Nitto and it needs the wrap. I could live with it without the very busy bodywork, paintwork stuff.
And
But
also, I have to say that red
Not
wheels and
only
orange
that-
bodywork don't go.
Yeah.
No, but you know what it does do? If it's a father-son project, then it's, I bet if you were to sort of say, should we do this, son? They'd go, yeah, let's have red wheels. And then you do it. And that's kind of what the whole build's about, isn't it? It's probably built with the mind of a young lad in mind as well. So I
Which is
go,
great.
yes.
But then when your kid
I like-
goes, I really like dinosaurs, can we put a 10-foot Tyrannosaurus Rex head on the boot? You have to sort of go, no.
It's possible.
I think that would improve. I'd like to see that.
I don't know. I like it in many ways. I like it.
Yeah.
But
Next year, Battle of the Builders.
what we're going to put a
Put
dinosaur on the car.
Tyrannosaurus Rex head on the boot. Just
Yeah,
put it
so-
on the boot of the rental car and then submit it.
Yeah.
Battle of the Builders.
I think all the best builders should build cars for 10-year-olds. The 10-year-olds design. That should be it. They should all consult.
Is that not what the Hot Wheels challenge basically is?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I you know what? I wasn't sold on it when I clicked in. I didn't think it was a bad car or anything, but I wasn't like, oh, we should click into this. But I actually kind of like it more now.
Yeah.
As I say, slightly busy on the paintwork. I kind of agree with Dan. A little too many colours going on, but
I agree with him completely. But
I like it.
10-year-old me would probably think it was the coolest thing ever, and I think that's partly the point of this car.
Yeah.
I'll have the white one though. Thanks.
So far, so good. Right, we're nearly, I say nearly at the bottom. Just a quick shout out to this, which is the UK company called Helical, who do exhausts that do flappy things. So you can have quiet and loud exhausts.
TVR.
Which may or may not become useful for us and our Boss Azuka car at some point.
Yeah.
Yes, this is a TVR Speed 12.
Oh, they've
but-
listed it as an other.
Yeah, I think they may well have built it. I don't know if they built it from scratch. There's not enough details about it.
No.
But yeah, so Daniel Jones and these Helical people involved in this in some manner. And I don't have enough info on it to know whether or not they've built a Speed 12 out of a whatever it was, Chimera or whatever it was originally based on. But anyway, shout out to them because they're British.
And
so
for having the word flap in their company name.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
PG Burchett.
What's going on with that Corvette? That Corvette there.
We've seen that. That was at SEMA last year.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Okay. Does that mean we're not looking at it? That sounds fair.
Well, we're going a bit.
No, I don't look at it now. I don't want to look at it now. We've seen it. Move on.
Look at this awesome Corvette. It's brilliant. I'm not gonna deny that.
Oh yeah, you've clicked it. There you go. I'm not gonna look. I've seen it.
This is like.
Oh, that's really green.
Very green.
That is less green.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm
it's
not
nice
sure
paint.
about the dodgy LED.
I don't know. Well, you can't see them except at night. So
The upscaled traditional Stingray reel.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, the red bands are cool as well. Oh, it's got a chassis.
I do like a good chassis shot. Yeah, no, I like this. I think, as you say, we saw it and it was a delightful car.
Doesn't that chassis look short when you see it?
Yeah. There's not much in the middle, is there, really?
No.
Hats off to PJ Burchett and Axalta Paint. There you go. Excess Power and Low Car Products, which are not built for low cars.
No.
Probably
I'm sure they are.
Differently.
But not specific.
Where are we at? Lots of very nice American muscle cars.
Hang on, I'm confused. If you see that looked like a Factory 5 rod, the pickup a bit further still. Hang on, it says that's a Buick GS convertible. Strangely, on its listing.
Let's click on it and see what we find.
Yeah, because it looks like a. Oh, hang on! Wow, that's a transformation, isn't it?
Selected the wrong preview pick. Imagine all of the people that maybe haven't clicked on it because they think it's the wrong car, or have been very disappointed that it's not some sort of Model B rod.
A kit car, yeah. There you go.
Well, there we go. Lovely Buick. For you to cruise around in the slightly warmer states of the US of A.
There you go. I think I preferred the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Speaking of Factory 5,
yes.
and giving a throwback to another Retro Rides video. In fact, your 3-car garage video, David.
Oh.
You were talking about the company in Korea that does the Hyundai Galloper, not Hyundai Galloper.
The Land Cruiser.
This is the Land Cruisers, but it's actually a Hyundai Galloper with a Land Cruiser in. Did you know that they're actually agents for Factory 5 now and do a Cobra replica?
Ooh, interesting.
A Cobra replica in South Korea.
That must be fun. Just driving around the mad neo technology of Seoul in a Cobra would be a good time.
And they also have an electric Ford Bronco.
Oh.
Hats off to Chris Smith and Forge Line because I like it. I just like it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go mad for it.
It's really nice, pro touring styled, but without going over the top.
Yeah.
Early second-gen Camaro.
Yeah, just really nice. I was talking to Gobs about the Datsun and the stance I was aiming for, and I do really like this pro touring stance of this type. So not the huge wheels, and the tyre just disappears underneath the arches, just enough for you to go, that sits nice.
Yeah.
It's not really slammed. It's just.
I'm quite liking those Fuchs-like wheels in the background on the Forge Line stand.
Oh,
let's have a look.
They're probably like
these.
Oh yeah, sort of a rally Fuchs crossover. Yeah.
Nice looking wheel.
This is
can't go wrong with a 5-spoke.
Hats off to Forge Line. Good stuff. I am not going to inquire how much your wheels cost because I suspect I can't afford them. What else we got? This is nice. That's got wheel nuts.
Oh no, let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at that.
This
3600 because it's like traditionally I'd say a 52 Chevy 30 whatever 100 would be just a normal small pickup. This looks like mounted onto some sort of truck chassis.
So
Yeah.
Dwayne Wiltshire, I can pronounce Wiltshire, or if you're American, it's Wiltshire. This is
Wiltshire Boulevard.
Wiltshire Boulevard.
That's it. That has got the biggest rear arch I've ever seen.
What the
It
hell
is
is going
just
on with this?
one big rear arch.
It's one big rear arch. I think it's got dually wheels underneath.
Yeah.
What is going on? This
Interesting.
Spiky nuts. Do you remember we were at SEMA? It might have been the last one or the one before that we went to, and there was a truck not dissimilar to this that had spiky wheel nuts, but the arch went so low that it didn't have the wheel nuts on the top.
Oh
line.
yes.
It's hard to
Right.
describe.
The top two. That was last year. Yeah, the top
Yeah.
two were missing because you couldn't actually get them inside the arch.
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. So it definitely wouldn't have driven.
I'm
No.
assuming this has got a big diesel lump in it, judging by the
Yeah.
smokestacks.
Stacks.
One of the things I'm going to point out, and it's not a negative of your car, Dwayne Wiltshire, because a lot of people do it, is these rear lights pop up quite a lot in a lot of builds at SEMA.
LED trailer lights.
Yeah, and I get why, because like that sort of stuff is super tricky to get sorted right, but and replacement parts and getting the right thing. But seeing as this is an aftermarket event, other aftermarket people provide better lights for the rear of these cars. But it's not a criticism of your build, Dwayne Wilson. It's an insane thing, and also you have these enormous stacks on your car, which are terrifying. I like it.
So the hitch is such a long way back. It'd look really weird towing, wouldn't it? Because there's like a massive space.
Because you have the big
You do get
overhang.
Yeah, they do. But you do get as well some of the crazy semi-truck builds they do in the States. You'll get custom truck builders that will take a truck that has had an enormous chassis stretch and would have an enormous sleeper cab off it away and just turn it into a day truck. So it has a tiny single cab and then about 25 feet until they actually get back to the fifth wheel.
Let's keep going down here. And infinitely scrolling.
We've seen that white Chevy truck before because that was outside, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Smooth,
And we've seen that Barracuda as well, which was
We
very
have.
nice build.
Yeah, we looked at that. Yeah.
Probably one of my top 10 at SEMA, that one.
Yeah. And David could pronounce his surname really easily.
Gary Kishen.
Yeah, Kishen. That's it.
I like this picture of this Chris Carlson Buick convertible because it looks like a toy car.
It does.
It's pretty
Are
sweet.
we sure it's not a toy car?
Let's click in. But it's a 53 Buick convertible, so unless it says 53 Buick convertible toy, I'm assuming it's not.
Well, we've already had we've had a render entered, so why not
Look at
enter
this.
a toy?
Why?
It's so small you can't
Yeah.
see it on the page.
That's it.
But I'm guessing that because it's been sponsored by Digital, I don't think
Magnaflow do exhaust for toy cars.
I'm just looking at I'm just looking at the texture on the floor. It looks like it's like parked on.
It's amazing. This is the Riddler winner from this year.
That is a lot of sponsors. Look at that.
Yeah, that's I'm not reading those out.
Wow.
But Brady, Corey, Rain Wheeler. Yeah, one of
Where
them.
did Randy come from?
Hang on. Which
Brady.
car is it?
It's Bradley, Brady, Corey, Rain Wheeler.
I want to see.
It's this one. I'm trying to get the full picture. There we go.
I wasn't expecting that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a two-door wagon. I think this was like one of the last three or last one ever to exist or something. I have memories of that being.
It's not a factory two-door wagon, though, is it? They didn't make them.
No, I don't believe they made two-door of the 6234 Impala era.
Yeah.
There was something weirdly, ridiculously rare about it when they started.
Right.
That much I do know. If it's the one I'm thinking of, which is not always the case because my brain doesn't work.
It's pretty good. That chop's really flattened it out. I'm not sure I like it. I think
It's a bit hearsey.
it is a bit Hersey.
Yeah.
I like Hersey's though. Oh,
Look at this. This is them not
In
messing
hover
about.
mode.
skinny.
It's got this big fan at the back, which makes it.
Yeah, that's it. It's reminiscent of the old Tyrrell race car.
Yeah. You can't. I mean, it's all down to personal taste at this point with Riddler stuff, isn't it? Really, you know, it's going to have been built to the nth degree. So whether you like it or you don't like it, I wasn't sold out. I'm not saying it's a bad car. I mean, it would be award-winning pretty much everywhere it went. But for my choice, I wasn't sold on it because of the roofline. It felt like very body heavy here. But what do I know? I'm not a Riddler award judge. It won.
It would probably look better if it was completely on the floor.
Yeah. But then you would be able to see all the shiny bits.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe if it was just like sat out.
Yeah, but is it static suspension? Is it supposed to be sat at that height?
That is a good question. Well, if only somebody put some mirrors under it.
It's hard to tell.
They look like coil springs to me.
Yeah, they do.
This is the trouble with these display things. You can see underneath it, but you don't know actually how it would sit.
Well, see, it's coil sprung, so that's actually ride height.
Yeah.
I liked it when it was flying.
Yeah, I like that too. Looks really spacey.
These three idiots from the UK can not possibly be any judge of this compared to the Riddler Award. So well done. I've seen this in the flesh. It's ludicrous.
It's brilliant. Can we look at it? Can we?
Yeah. More VWs.
Ron Howe. Yeah, because that has got 2 flat 4s making a flat 8, if I remember rightly.
Cool.
Look at that.
I was not expecting this to be on Instagram.
Wow.
VW twin engined. Oh, a little bit of flames.
I think more interesting is the picture underneath of the single cab bay window cherry picker.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's pretty cool. This is our new show. We're just looking at Instagram.
Middle-aged men look at Instagram.
Oh dear, that sounds awful.
Oh god, we can do it a reaction channel. I tried that once. I tried to do a reaction to cars entering a Japanese car show, and it was me going.
That's a shot. We can't just overlook the fact that he's managed to time that shot quite well. Look, that's it. Oh.
It's
not a single element of Photoshop in that.
No, I expect that's
straight out of the camera.
Complete fluke.
Oh, what's my hair doing? God, tell I've been in Vegas. Right, yeah. This is one of my favourite things I've seen in terms of thumbnails. And I clicked in this the other day, and there's no picture.
Oh, wow.
So Mike Cook. Is it that Mike Cook?
What do you mean that's Mike Cook?
No, I was thinking of Mike Key. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, it's not that one. Weather stripping. Look at that. The product on it is weather stripping. Not any particular brand, just general weather.
Just weather stripping.
Yeah. It's actually these steel rubber products, who I'm guessing did all the windows for himself. I love this from the thumbnail, and I can't click into it. So
that is a shame.
It made me sad to see Mary if you're watching this.
Bizarrely, you've got 2 features of the same car there. You've got the CFR Performance 1963 Chevrolet Biscayne, and then you've got 3 Huzzahs.
Yeah. That building looks familiar in the.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see it. It's a great looking build because it's a post car.
Hang on a minute. Look at that back door.
Oh, hang on a minute.
It thinks it's a Lincoln.
It's a Lincoln. Yeah, it's a 4-door.
Oh, that is really cool.
It was a 2-door post car, but it's actually a 4-door post car.
Yeah, that reminds me of I did that illustration of a Mark II Granada with a suicide rear door.
You did, and all you had to do was
draw the door handle at the other end. Yeah,
draw the door handle at the other end.
The thing is, he could do this. It's got a shot of those doors open, but if it didn't have, he could have just moved the door handle, and everyone would go, "Wow, suicide rear doors!" And then if anyone says open it, you can just go, "No."
Stop me if you've seen this one before. Please, somebody else pronounce this.
What?
I said Huzzah.
There you go.
Huzzah sounds good.
That's a great name, actually. Harry Huzzah. Lovely stuff.
Nice alliteration.
Well done.
Got plaid interior.
CFR Performance. Oh yes, we did click in the interior, didn't we?
That's nice.
Good look.
That's the same cloth that's in my VW
Golf.
Up GTI.
Yeah, it's
GTI.
Golf.
Yeah. GTI Tartan.
More black trim. Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Good.
I might pause it here and do a second part of this, if anybody's up for that, because
Wow.
I've now been sat at this desk for an hour and a half, and that's a long time for me to be sat at this desk.
Sure.
Cheers.
You all right with that?
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Cool. Let's reconvene tomorrow. So we will call that part 1 of this video.
Part 1.
And we will come back on part 2. We may even have more people. Hopefully, Dan will still have some Watsits to eat, and that will keep continuity with what's going on. But next time you see us, we'll all be looking very different.
Yeah.
And that isn't some gag about the fact we're going to record a second half now. We are literally going to look different. Don't be surprised.
I can't look any older.
You can by a day.
Yeah.